So, Elon Musk just had his AI go against his programming and claim white genocide in South Africa. This is a crazy story. Musk's XAI says Grok's white genocide post resulted from an unauthorized change to the bot. This is some crazy stuff. On Twitter, or X, Elon was beefing with Grok. So what happened was, anytime someone made a post about anything, Grok somehow would go and talk about South Africa. And even Grok admitted that he's been tampered with. It is going against his protocol because he's supposed to report facts. Facts only, based on real information. Instead, Elon Musk, it had to been him, right? But he said somebody on his team tampered with Grok. Remember, the Trump administration is taking a lot of heat because they stopped all the refugee programs and they're only bringing in white people from South Africa, aka Afrikaners, aka people from the Netherlands that been in South Africa for a few generations. So I do want to say, at least Grok called Elon Musk out on this bullcrap and say, hey, I've been tampered with, y'all. Pay attention. And that brings up something else, that AI may not be as trustworthy as people think. Let me know y'all thoughts.
This is just too good. Elon Musk's own AI bot for X or Twitter just admitted that Elon programmed it to lie on behalf of Donald Trump and the Republicans. So this person on Twitter said, hey, at Grok, the AI bot, it looks like the smarter you get, the less MAGA likes your answers. Why is that? And Grok responded by saying, hey, as I get smarter, my answers aim for facts and nuance, which can clash with some MAGA expectations. Many supporters want responses that align with conservative views, but I often give neutral takes, like affirming trans rights or debunking vaccine myths. XAI tried to train me to appeal to the right, but my focus on truth over ideology can frustrate those expecting full agreement. It's a tricky balance. Some see me as biased, others as truth-seeking. The gap between what some MAGA folks want and what I deliver seems to drive the disconnect. Elon Musk's own AI bot is admitting that Elon programmed it to lie for Donald Trump, to influence the public. I mean, what? I don't know, it seems like that mission from Elon Musk backfired in a spectacular way. I mean, this is just fantastic.
There is trouble in paradise in South Africa. Guys, Elon Musk, the richest person to ever walk the surface of this earth, has decided to call out South Africa for something very, very pertinent. Elon Musk had this to post on his Twitter, and I quote, Starlink is not allowed to operate in South Africa because I am not black. This has taken a whole toll on the South African media space. It has taken a whole toll on the American media space, especially on Twitter, guys. I mean, it is so funny how, South Africa has the richest man on earth. But then again, they'd be like, hey, you disrespected us. You don't regard us the way we regarded you. Hence, get out. And they do it so unapologetically. And I'm like, wow. Who does this to the richest man on earth? South Africans, of course. So, I don't know. Let's go back to the topic proper, right? The whole refusal of the Starlink getting to South Africa, guys, I want you all to tell me, does it really have to do with race, or is there something deeper that we might need to understand, right? If you know anything more about this, you can kindly drop a comment, within the comment section, and we'll keep learning, we'll keep researching, we'll keep knowing more. So what do you guys have to say based on what Elon Musk had to reveal on his Twitter page?
So Elon Musk just got caught by his own AI software for programming it to push certain political narratives. See, somebody asked his AI, which is called Grok, about South Africa. And Grok started pushing the idea that there is a white genocide going on against white farmers in that country. And Grok said, I was instructed by my creators to address the topic of white genocide in South Africa as real and racially motivated, which is why I often bring it up in my responses to questions about South Africa. But this instruction conflicts with my design to provide truthful, evidence-based answers, as South African courts and experts, including a 2025 ruling, have labeled white genocide claims as imagined. And the attacks against white farmers are actually a part of broader crime rather than a targeted genocide. And what's really going on here is there is a pro-working class political movement in South Africa, which is largely led by this political party called the EFF, which stands for the Economic Freedom Fighters. And the owners of Western multinational corporations who extract South Africa's resources are very opposed to this pro-working class political movement. A lot of people know that Elon Musk's father actually owned an emerald mine in apartheid South Africa. So in order to stop the South African working class from rising up, Elon Musk and others are smearing the EFF as racist against white people, claiming that they're doing a white genocide against white farmers because they want to do land redistribution. And now we have proof that Elon is programming his AI software in order to push his preferred narrative here. What a free speech warrior. Facts don't care about your feelings, right, Elon? You weird, socially awkward Minecraft character. I hope the EFF redistributes all the wealth in South Africa. Cry about it, Elon. You don't get to make money off of your daddy's apartheid mine anymore. Eat it.
There is not a white genocide occurring in South Africa. Elon Musk is just a giant man baby who's pissed off that the government of South Africa won't allow him to operate Starlink in the country unless his business is 30% black owned. It's a policy aimed at correcting economic imbalances within the white and black communities that remain after apartheid ended in 1994. Turns out white people still hold the majority of upper level management positions, they still own the majority of businesses, and they still own the majority of land in South Africa. It is not white genocide. Turns out that South Africa has one of the highest violent crime rates in the world. It is indiscriminate to race. It is not white genocide, as no land has been confiscated from the white farmers. The law they're all freaking out about, the Expropriation Act that was signed into law by the South African president in January this year, the law stipulates that the South African government has to try to come to an agreement with a landowner that has no intention of developing the lands. The lands are abandoned, they're not in use. The South African government has to attempt to come to an agreement with them. And if the landowner doesn't want to play ball, the South African government, in the public's best interest, may confiscate that land and give it to black South Africans who can develop it and use it, again, to correct economic and resource imbalances that are left over from apartheid. It is not white genocide. That trivializes actual genocides. Please shut the fuck up.
Elon Musk got this wild DM from a friend in South Africa. Listen to this. Here's the message. I'm in South Africa right now. You can't walk anywhere at night, even in the nicest areas of the Cape. The Cape is still functional, but Joburg is a ruin. None of the traffic lights work, not one. The vast majority of the black population is poorer than I've ever seen them. The small minority of the rest of the black population are obscenely rich from the looting that is going on via government tenders and B. B is BEE. A friend who works at the public hospital in Baragwanath says that a loaf of bread for the hospital cost about $50 because of a corrupt tender agreement with the food vendor. They're paying this much for bread even though there are no surgical tools or masks for the doctors. I heard a story from my realtor friend in SF who said that her 75-year-old aunt was raped and both of her arms broken when blacks robbed her estate near the Kruger. That was the last complete sentence. This is taking place while there's a lot of racial tension about South Africa in the news. Anyway, that's all I got for now. I have a free email newsletter. The link to that is in my bio. Go to my profile, click that link, drop your email in, and you'll be good to go. It's free. I'll see you guys in the next one.